You know, I saw something today,
Life is full of obstacles. It's designed to be that way.
and I see
And if you put enough in certain people's way,
how they're going to use
they
Trump
just give up.
as a
They stop
distraction.
trying.
Now,
You don't want to be one of those people. You got to hold
they
on.
had all of the media and the
Sometimes,
protesters on one end of the
and
courthouse,
they don't work out at
and
all.
on the other end, where he was coming in,
Sometimes you reach for the
was where
sky
nobody was.
and
And
end up taking the
he was in the
fall.
courthouse, and they still had
Sometimes
people
you should
under the
give up
impression
tonight
that he was about to come
and can't make any sense of
by the way they
it.
was moving their cars and moving the trucks,
Can't put the
you
phone
know,
together,
and people thinking that maybe he's getting ready to come,
it's just
and
too
he's already in the
late.
courthouse.
But you gotta hold on to
So it
hope.
makes you wonder
Never, never,
what
never
other
let
kind of
go.
distraction
You just gotta
will they
hold
have?
real tight.
What other kind of gimmick will they come up with to distract us? And I told you, you know, I mean, I don't think people really comprehend that
Because
we're being conditioned
faith,
to
can you
not
make your
trust each
dreams
other,
come true?
not uplift each other, not encourage each other,
People may laugh,
but yet
even friends
the
may
rich
doubt.
is
And
still getting richer.
sometimes it seems things will
We
never work
still giving
out.
them our money,
But it's
but we don't
always
trust
right
ourselves.
just
We
before
don't trust
you
nobody
come.
around us,
And if you don't put
but we still
yourself
give the
together,
rich
you
our
just
money.
gotta hold
And they don't give a damn about us, but we still keep making
and
them
never, never,
richer.
never let it go.
And yet we're hating our neighbor
You just
or
gotta
our coworker or our
hold
family member, but we still make the rich richer. And nobody seems to have a problem with that. Nobody seems to have a problem with the rich getting richer who don't come to our neighborhood, who ain't trying to be caught in our neighborhood, but yet we don't even want to speak to people living in our neighborhood.
what
See, we look down on them for trying to get out, but we'll give the rich all of our money. And
believe
that's the mindset, man,
because your
that's
dreams
holding us back.
remain.
That's why we so divided.
For
You
you
see, it's a reason they don't want you talking to each other.
is the
Cause
key
see,
that
if you start
keeps
talking
you
to each other, you'll start rationalizing. Wait a minute,
and
why
all
we fighting each other and they still getting rich?
yours.
Something wrong with that picture. And they got all the lifeboats,
Do what's real in your
and we
heart.
ain't got none, and we fighting each other like cats and
Turn
dogs
out right,
on a sinking
no
ship.
matter how bad it starts.
And people don't have a problem with that.
To what you
But
feel
yet,
is
they'll
true.
still give the
Never
rich
anyone or
their
anything.
money. See, if a rich
Let
person
your goals
come along and say, stop hating each other because you disagree, man, they'll eat that shit up. They'll eat it up because somebody rich said instead of you being in control, you see, look, let me tell y'all something. You make the influencers. Let me say that again. You, the people, make the influencers. See, what people haven't come to realize is the power of their money. They haven't realized the power of their money. See, they too busy protesting and marching and still spending their money. But see, if they had some discipline about how they spent their money, man, people could get anything they want. Because people gonna give you what you want for your money. But as long as they know you stupid enough that they can treat you like shit and you gonna still give them your money, they'll continue to treat you like shit. Because you still will give them your money. But the minute you stop giving them your money, now they're going to treat you with some respect to start getting your money again. And seeing folks, for whatever reason, they can't see that. I don't know why. All that marching and protesting and man, don't stop spending your money. That's what talks. Your money is what talks. You ain't satisfied with the news? What's going on? Turn the damn television off. Instead of complaining about it being fake news, turn all that shit off. Turn it off. But see, the problem is the average person don't want to be inconvenienced. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Let me say that again. See, the average person does not want to be inconvenienced. They want to have their cake and eat it at the same time. They ain't trying to sacrifice nothing. That's why our children are the way they are, because they see we don't want to sacrifice nothing. We trying to have it all. And that's what they gonna do, try to get it all. By any means necessary. Okay? By any means necessary. So, man, I'm telling you, there's some stuff getting ready to break. There's some stuff getting ready to break, y'all. It's getting ready to break. And a lot of it is going to be predicated on your integrity. And if it's one thing that I can start telling people that they need to start working on now, man, work on your integrity. Work on saying what you mean and mean what you say. Okay? Work on that. Work on being, now listen to me. You ain't perfect. Okay? Let me say that again. You're not perfect. So stop trying to go around here and live a perfect life, because you ain't going to do it. You're not going to do it. And when you mess up, man, you ask for forgiveness. Then, right then and there, when you catch yourself, ask for forgiveness then. You know, and turn away. See. Thank you, Lord. Here's the problem with most Christians. Most Christians are asking God for forgiveness, but they're not repenting. They ain't turning away from that sin. They keep backsliding in that sin. And they think God is cool with it, and God ain't cool with it. See, that's the problem with most Christians. See, they'll repent. No, they'll ask for forgiveness, But when you repent of something, you turn away from that, man. You don't do that no more. And that's what the struggle for most Christians. Most Christians don't know how to repent. They keep backsliding, doing the same old thing over and over and over again. What's going on, Bernie? How you doing? Okay? So what I discovered today was, man, they gon' milk Trump for everything they can get out of him. Okay? They gon' milk everything they can out of Trump. And and the sad part about it is some people that he thought was behind him. No, he ain't coming back. They're not gonna trust that man. See, he has already shown he can't be trusted with secrets. He's already shown they know more than they telling us about them secrets that he had. And they know he can't be trusted. That's why they raided his house. Okay? They know he can't be trusted. And he's so stupid, he's telling people, if you elect me again, based on what you pissed off about, I'm going to correct it. Everything you pissed off about, I'm going to correct it. See, that's the premise that he's running on. See, if you think the federal government has overstepped its bounds, I'm going to correct that. I'm going to get revenge for you. And he's telling people, when I get in office, I'm taking out revenge. And that revenge might be against some of them. You think they're going to sit back and let that happen? Come on, man. Trump will never see the White House ever again in his life. He will not see that White House ever again in his life. Okay? And really, he probably would be better off if he didn't pursue it. Because sooner or later, as reckless as his mouth is, he gonna piss off the wrong person. And his mouth is reckless. And he gonna mess around and piss off the wrong person that ain't gonna give a shit about him or his supporters. All right? And they'll get his ass up out of here. I told y'all, man, didn't already set the stage with what a bad diet he has, the fast food diet that he has. Didn't already showed you that. And what's connected to fast food? Heart attacks. Heart attacks are connected to fast food. And he's a fast food junkie. So he can have a heart attack. They can cause a heart attack and blame it on his diet because they done already set the stage. They can kill him and blame it on his diet. See, y'all ain't paying attention to stuff like that. Y'all don't see stuff like that. But that's a real possibility. And trust me, believe me, y'all. There are some ultra rich people don't give a damn about Donald Trump. Seriously. So they done told you how bad his diet is. Who would be suspicious if Trump had, and as much pressure as they got him under now, and your diet is off too, so you know how much more pressure can you take? And now he got Georgia. What's going on, Bernie? Oh, Bernie and Tanya, boy, y'all show. I be sending them little messages y'all be sending back and forth to each other. Hey, Bernie, top of the evening, Bernie. Yeah, Bernie, top of the evening, Tanya. Man, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. That's right. Get it. So, but no, man. We got to stop being as emotional about things that we see going on around us, and then really start lifting up the lid and looking to see what's in there. And seeing this is what people are taking other folk word for what's under the lid instead of picking it up and look for themselves. See, they just taking what somebody say is under there because they too lazy to look. And I'm telling you, drop your laziness and look up under the lid and see what you see. And if you look, and all they making money off Trump, man. They making money off him. And the minute that he stopped being the cash cow, they gonna go to something else. And see, and that's gonna send him into a state of because he's no longer the center of attention. Okay? All right? He's no longer the center of attention. And see, right now, he's the center of attention. He's the center of attention. But when you're no longer the center of attention, man, you don't handle that well. And there's going to come a day when he ain't going to be the center of attention no more. Now what? I told y'all, it's just my belief that there is something very tragic that is going to happen to Trump, and it's going to change him. Okay? It's going to change him. No, they can do away with anybody they want to. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you that. Anybody that they want to get rid of, I don't care who you are, they can do it. And not only can they do it, but they can cover it up. I mean, look at Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if we'll ever know the truth about that. Here's a man that was supposed to be on suicide watch and still was able to commit suicide. And he's on suicide watch. Okay? And still end up dead. And my personal belief is a little plastic surgery, and he can be anywhere in the world, and a new identity, and he can be anywhere in the world, and doing the same thing. Doing the same thing, man. Doing the same thing, just in a different part of the world. Because that's what money will do for you. See, money can give you a new identity. That's what it can do. And give you a new identity. And I for all we know, there could be a whole lot of people walking among us with new identities. Got some plastic surgery, and they look different. New name, new social security number, they can do all that. Federal government can do all that. Federal government can give you any kind of history they want you to have. They can go in that search engine and you can Google a name and they can put any information you want, they can put it in there. And you think it's legit. Okay? Well, I think so too, man. Like I said, with that kind of money and the powerful people that he was connected with, I honestly believe that some plastic surgery and a new identity is what he got. That's what I think he got. Because the rest was so suspicious. I don't even know what they did with the body. I didn't follow the story that closely, but I don't even know what they did with the body. Surely they didn't have a funeral. You see, they ain't had no memorial service. You couldn't see his body. Like maybe it was put near you. But and see, all of these things are used as distractions. All of these are used as distractions. Got us, gossiping and wondering what happened. And in the meantime, they slipping some shit in the back door. Because you watching the front door. And that's what I saw down at the courthouse. We watching the front door, and they sneak him in the back door. I said, I'll be damned. Ain't this some shit? We sitting out there, people sitting out there digging until it start raining. And they done slipped him in the back door. And see, and this is what people will do for you. When they can control you and influence you, they'll trick you. Let me say that again. See, when people know they can influence you and control you, they will trick you. Because you basically going to do what they tell you to do. That's basically all it's all about. What's going on, Shop? Okay? So keep your eyes open, y'all. Get away from this drama. Okay? This is not a time to have a whole bunch of drama in your life. This ain't the time. This is the time you need to be paying attention. This is the time. See, that's why I feel sorry for all of the people that's caught up in the division. Them Democrats, them Republicans. I feel sorry for them. Because they just don't have any idea of how much they're being manipulated with the division. And the same people that's manipulating them are the ones that's cleaning out their pockets. We can talk about them Republicans and them Democrats, and yet all of us are getting screwed in the grocery store and at the gas pump. And we still fighting each other. We still making them richer. And we pointing out our deficiencies. But we ain't got no problem making them richer. Something wrong with that picture, man. Something's wrong with that picture. And I ask you, name somebody you know that everybody else done heard of that's a rags to riches story. Name the last rags to riches story you know of. Yet we know the rich is still getting richer. But how come we can't name no rags to riches stories among us? Why is that? Can't nobody among us get up in them ranks, but they still getting richer. And then when one of us tried to do the same, then we clout chasing. See, we clout chasing. That's what we doing. When you trying to get out, you clout chasing. See, and you just trying to make yourself better. Yeah, seriously. But think about it, y'all. Why is the richest the only one getting richer? Why is that? How come ain't nobody from among us breaking through? And they getting paid. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't by yourself. But the rich is still getting richer. How come you can't get in that category? Why is it so difficult for you? But yet they breaking in the cash. And it's almost like, people will demonize you because you trying to get more access to some money. That's all wealth is, y'all. All wealth is access to cash. The more access you have, the wealthier you are. The less access to cash you have, the more poor you are. And this is what people are striving for: access to cash. Because that will change your life forever. Okay? That's the that's what we all out here working for, is access to cash, man. That's all. That's all we out here for. It's to improve our access to cash. And some people do that with their integrity, and some people do it with their dishonesty to get that access to cash. I just saw where they just sentenced this ball player 10 years in prison for this PPL, this COVID thing, where everybody was getting that easy. What they thought was easy money. See, they was getting what they thought was easy money. It's easy, and now that they done got it, they done found out it wasn't so easy after all. And now the government is coming after them for wire fraud, bank fraud. Okay? Yeah, the PP loans. yeah, yeah, the PP loans. Man, they been trying to get me. No, I ain't fooling with that. That's too easy. That's too easy. Uh-uh, that's too easy. That's too easy. Mm-mm, nah. And you got to lie. See, that's the that's the telltale sign. Listen, if you have to lie to get it, ain't no good gonna come out of that. Let me say that again. If you had to lie to get it, ain't no good gonna come out of that. If you had to lie to get her, ain't no good gonna come out of that. You had to lie to get him, ain't no good gonna come out of that. Because you're gonna have to keep lying to keep it. And sooner or later, your lies are gonna run out, and the truth will be revealed. So why not just Start with the truth. Since it's going to come back to the truth anyway, so why don't you just start there? And that way, you ain't got to go nowhere. You start with the truth. Shit, you ain't got to move. You can stay right there. See, because when you start with a lie, you're gonna have to move over to something else. But when you start with the truth, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You can stay right there. And lay your head down and sleep at night. Because you're telling the truth. And, and unfortunately, a lot of people have not seen the results of walking in your integrity. They haven't seen it pay off. See, they haven't seen the abundance of it. And really, truthfully, man has not seen God's wealth to another man in the earth realm. All of these jokers that's calling themselves rich, they got that themselves. But we ain't got nobody in the earth realm who God has made wealthy. Hey, please, Lord, if you need an example, use me. Yeah, Lord, yeah. If you need an example of your wealth in the earth realm, use me. I'll be your example. I'll be your example, sir. Sure, we'll be glad to be your example. Cause he gonna need somebody that can walk a righteous lifestyle. And all that is, man, you ain't gonna abuse nobody. You ain't gonna cheat nobody. You ain't gonna lie to nobody. Okay? That's a righteous lifestyle. Didn't say you were perfect. And see, your enemy is gonna always try to make you feel guilty about not being perfect. See, they'll take the least little thing you do and try to magnify it like you're supposed to be perfect. I ain't perfect, man. I make mistakes. But I ain't gonna hurt nobody. I ain't gonna cheat nobody. I ain't gonna lie on nobody. See, that's the difference. That is the difference. And when you start living like that, it's gonna start showing up. Man, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. I left the White House and went to Walmart. I wanted to get some vitamins and some oil. And this was like 8 o'clock. They closed at 11. Okay? They closed at 11. And yesterday, when I got there at 8 o'clock, they was closed. The guy said we closed early. Didn't give a reason. Said we closed. And I said, I'll be doggone. I drove all the way down here for this. So I head back to my car. Y'all, when I get to my car, I literally left the driver's door wide open. I literally left my door, had my phone in there, my speaker was in there, my money was in there. Literally. When I walked back to my car and saw my door, I said, damn, what? I didn't close my door. And if I had a went in Walmart, man, somebody would have went in my car and took all my shit. That just happened to me yesterday. Just happened yesterday. And I didn't get upset because they was closed. I was like, wow, that's interesting. And just turn around and start heading back to my car. And get back to my car, I said, damn, I left my door open. What if I had went in there? What's going on, Rich? What if I had went in there shopping with my door open, and somebody could have went in there and cleaned me out, man? Clean me out, and I would have been hurt. I would have been hurt. But see, God saw I made that mistake. What's going on, Edward? And whatever happened, I couldn't get in that store because I left my door open. I couldn't get in that store. God wasn't gonna let me go in there, in that store, and knowing that my door is open. So He fixed it. So I had to turn around and go back. Okay, I'm telling y'all, this was yesterday. Soon as I left the White House. Matter of fact, I left early so I can get down to Walmart and get what I needed. I had to end up going back this morning. Because when I got out my car, I didn't close my door. I'm telling you, they shut down. Closed the store at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Get to the door, he said, sorry, sir, we're closed. We're closed. We'll be open tomorrow morning. That's just what he said. We're closed, sir. We're open tomorrow morning. I said, well, I'll be damned. And turned around and headed back to my car. And when I got to my car, I saw the mistake I made. Nothing. Nothing. My money was still in there. My speaker was still in there. My phone was still in there. Nothing was missing. Nothing. And the door, I'm talking about literally, my door was wide open. I'm talking about physically open, not unlocked. It wasn't closed, it was open. I don't know what was on my mind, man. I don't know what was on my mind. That I walk away from my car and leave my car door open like that. Because normally I lock it and shut it. But I guess this time I locked it and didn't shut it. And it was wide open, man. Wide open. Sure was. That just happened to me yesterday. And I said, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Now I understand. And see, and sometimes, man, see, even when you make a mistake, God got your back. And you don't even realize. You see, sometimes you make a mistake and don't realize it until after the fact. Then you can see. See, I didn't realize that I didn't close my door until after the fact. See, after the fact was when I realized, damn, man, I could have got cleaned out. Somebody could have came and cleaned me out. And they didn't. Because I went down there and came right back. Couldn't get in the store. But that's how God works. Hey man, listen, my interview with Jesse Lee Peterson is going to be tomorrow at noon Pacific and 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I do my interview with Jesse Lee, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to play it while I'm at the White House. Let them hear the interview. I think that's what I do. YouTube, yeah. There is I put the teaser in here. There's a teaser here too. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. And I think that's going really and I got a tour. I'm gonna book a tour for Sunday. Man, I told y'all. Back here last month, I told God, make my ideas successful. Because I done everything I know how to do to make them successful. And to make my tours successful, make my Truth Conductor brand successful, make my Hop On, Hop Off shows successful, and my dinnerware line, okay, successful. And that's the one he's gonna post. They edited. They edited. Matter of fact, here, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the teaser. Let me show y'all the teaser that they sent out. This is the teaser right here. Let me show y'all the teaser that they sent out. Here we go. Right here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Next time on The Fallen State. Black history is the Wait a minute, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Huh?
Are you a Christian?
Do I sound like a Christian?
Not really.
I got my Bible right here, man. Here we go.
Time on The Fallen State.
Black history is the last frontier of tourism.
What's good about you?
My looks.
We can't see your looks.
Huh?
Are you a Christian?
Do I sound like a Christian?
Not really.
I got my Bible right here, man. I can pull it out. You can open up a can of worms. I don't think you're ready for it.
Doesn't July feel white?
No, sir. Man, we still enslaved, brother. My dick is bigger than the average white
No,
man.
keep it clean. Kids watch this show.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I created my own dinnerware line, Jesse. There it is, y'all. There it is. That's the teaser. And it's going to be on tomorrow. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. Because I think it's going to have an impact on my situation. I really do. I think it's going to, and I wouldn't even be surprised if one day I get a phone call to come out and be the guest host for his show while he's out. I wouldn't be surprised. And we both from Alabama. Both of us. He's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast. And we both from Alabama. Both of us, Alabama boys. Yes, sir. Jesse Lee is from Alabama. Yeah, he is. So, see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Man, sometimes you just gotta persevere. Okay? Sometimes you gotta just persevere, man. And the one thing I noticed while I was down, I am gonna play it at the courthouse. No, I'm gonna play it at the White House. I'm playing this down when I be tomorrow at the White House, 3 o'clock, I'll be at the White House. I'm gonna play that live in front of the White House. Let them hear it. I'm gonna let them hear it in front of the White House. Yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. Yeah, that's my plan. So, yeah, man. I'm from a little town right outside of Birmingham, man. Well, I don't know. See, I'm just waiting. I just want to see what the feedback gonna be. Okay. On YouTube, The Fallen State. Here. Let me play it again. Let me play it again. It's The Fallen State on YouTube. Yeah, it's The Fallen State on YouTube. I don't understand any working. Okay. There we go. Huh? I had it. There we go. Here we go. Listen, This is it's called the fallen state. Here we go.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Black history is the last frontier of tourism.
What's good about you?
My looks,
We can't see your looks.
huh?
Are you a Christian?
Do I sound like a Christian?
Not really.
I got my Bible right here, man. I can pull it out. You gonna open up a can of worms I don't think you ready for.
Doesn't you not feel white?
No, sir. Man, we still enslaved, brother. My dick is bigger than the average white
John,
man.
keep it clean. Kids watch this show.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I created my own dinnerware line, Jesse. He asked me. He asked me if I was intimidated by a white man, and that was my no. My dick is bigger than that. Why should I be intimidated by somebody with a little dick? Come on, man. That's just facts. That's just facts. Okay? Yeah, if you walking around and you scared of somebody with a little dick, man, you ain't worth the salt you made out of. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know? And that's ladies. Somebody will back me up on this, but if you want to hit a guy in the gut, man, talk about his dick. That's a gut punch to a lot of guys. Okay? All right? That's a gut punch to a lot of guys, man, when you start talking about their penis. Because they sensitive about it. There are a lot of men out here sensitive about the fact they got some little dicks. And that's just a reality. Because if they weren't sensitive, these male enhancement pills will not be so popular. And if you listen to one of them commercials, what does it say? Boost your confidence. Okay? Well, see, here's the thing about God, man. See, this is the thing about God. When God is in your conversation, no matter how they edit it, you still gonna get your point across. See, and this is one of the things I learned from when I was dabbling in politics. Man, when you got a camera in your face, fuck the question. It's the answer that you focus on, getting the answer that you want out. And you don't let them interrupt you. So edit that. See, because if you say enough of what you want, something is going to get in. Something is going to get in there. And I know he was trying me with some stuff. Like, don't July feel like, you know, White History Month? I was expecting that. You know? I was expecting that. Nah. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see, because I'm sure, man, I'm sure going to be, if it ain't raining, that's where I'll be, sitting right in front of the White House tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And I sure will have my phone hooked up to my speaker, letting it play. I sure will be letting it play. I got nothing to hide, man. And this guy, man, I don't know what this dude's fascination with me is, but he is really, infatuated. Okay? Yeah, no, you don't let the interviewer run the interview, man. You get your point across. You say, you make your, and see, like I told y'all, you cannot, being repetitious, cannot bother you. When somebody put a camera in your face, you got to be able to say the same thing over and over again, so you can at least sound sensible. See, that's what you're trying to do. You trying to be repetitious about the same statement, so when they start looking at other sources, you still saying the same thing. Might be worded just a little different, but it's still the same. See, they can't come up and say, you lied. Why did you say this here and you said this over here? And see, and that comes back to your integrity. See, it comes back to your integrity. Say what you mean and mean what you say. It's just that simple. And when you can do that, man, you save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of hassle. All right? Man, thank y'all so very, very much. I'm just waiting to see how this is going to unfold. Now, see, here's the beauty. They started with the head this time, Trump. There's some other people that's going to be indicted as well, that's going to have to show up in the court. And see, they ain't going to get in the same kind of benefit. See, they ain't going to have the same kind of protection. And that's when I'm going to wear their asses out, buddy. Because when they get out the car, I'm going to be right there with my sign in their face. I sure am. See, now Trump, you can't do it with it, but the other, see, they ain't going to have all, you can go in, you're going to be able to go in the court when they start them other defendants. See, that's what's coming down the pipe now. They started with the head. They didn't start at the bottom. They started at the top. Now they got to work their way down to get the rest of the people. And the rest of the people gonna have to come to the same courthouse. They got to come to that same court. Okay? They gonna have to come. Yes, sir, buddy, turn themselves in. They got to come. And I'm gonna be right there waiting on them. I'll be right there waiting on them. Sure will. Right there. As soon as they get out the car, I'm gonna greet them with my sign. See, that's what I'm excited about. The rest of them jokers gonna come. See, they ain't gonna have the same kind of benefit. You ain't gonna be able to sneak them in the garage. They gonna have to walk through themselves, buddy. They're going to have somebody to drive them and drop them off at the courthouse. See, that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. All right? Man, I see y'all. I'm gone.